Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 6th of April. We've got new mods and we've got some updates. The map Fishtail by Lucas G, the TLX 48-foot tanker trailer by 82 Studio, the small garage by the Lort, stone walls by Top Ace 888 and the border stone set also by Top Ace 888 have had updates. In front of me we've got the Beehouse. This is by CB Modding, 4.38 megabytes download, 3 slots on console, 19,000 to buy. Now, this is a 33 Langstroth hive beehive, which is equivalent to the largest standard one in game. Same price as well. Nicely made, nicely detailed. As you can hear with the animations and the sounds as well. Now, this is odd. At the back here, you've got this. When you place it, you have this. However, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. It comes with the point for your honey pallets to spawn. If you look here, bottom right, it says get honey at pallet location. Now, when I first placed it, it said there was no honey pallet location, and I had to place the standard in-game one for it to work. So I'm not sure. I kind of came over to it, stood in it. I wondered whether it was a trigger for something. As far as I can tell, it's not. It also does say on the website description, income per hour. On easy 25, on normal 16, on hard 8 per hour is what it says. So, build mode, animals, bees. As you can see there, the standard in-game 133 Langstroth hive, 19 grand. This one's here out on the end. Yeah, it doesn't say anything there about there being an income on it, which is interesting. But anyway, it's a beehive. It will produce you honey. You need to place a honey pallet spawn point for it to work. The Beehouse by CB Modding. Over here we've got the restaurant. This is by OmaTana, 15.68 megabytes download, 20 slots on console, only 1,000 to buy. It's a sell point, but you can go into it. This is off of, oh, what was the map? Is the map tour on it? Oh, blanked. But yeah, nicely made, nicely detailed for £1,000 for a sell point. Can't argue with that. If we go into our sell point information, restaurant just there. Prices are equitable with everywhere else. I don't think there's anything that particularly stands out over and above. It's not like you're getting paid double or anything at this particular one. It's a sell point to add in. We can open this door here and come inside. We can say hi to the lady behind the till counter.
Hi. Hi.
We've got a door that takes us back out this side to the seated area just under the cover there. I think the smoking area. I don't think any of the other doors open. I couldn't get them to. It looks like there's a balcony around the back, but you can't get to that either. It's just up there, part of the decoration, and the sell point part of it is around the back, just there. You'll find it under build mode, productions, selling points, just there. Slot count comes down from 20 to 1, and as I said, 1,000 to buy in place. Pretty cool. That's the restaurant by OmaTana. Actually, I'm going to go this way first. We have got this here. This is the water milk trailer. This looks very familiar, I think, from FS22. This is by WOLFex modding and WhiteBull modding. 3.36 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 2,000 litres. There are no options on this. Slot count will come down to 1. You get it just like that. 2,000 litres of water or milk you can put in this. We have got lights on it and indicators. Articulated axle at the front, swivel axle. You'll find it under tools and animals. There you go, 500 to buy, and as I said, no options on it. You get it just like that. That's the water/milk trailer by WOLFex modding and WhiteBull modding. Next we have got this. This is the cleaning rake. Just there. This is by Woodcraft modding. It is 2.67 megabytes download, 1 slot on console. No options on this, so the slot counts on 1 anyway. There's no options for it. You will find it under forestry equipment, and it will set you back 5,600. Now, this, once hooked up to a suitable excavator, it does say top left, L1, turn on suitable for root removal and plant preparation. If I don't turn it on, and I put that down to the ground, move it around, bring it towards me, it doesn't do anything. However, if I turn that on, and now do it, what's interesting, I quite like this, when you put it towards you, it gives you a real rough ground texture. Now that's not ploughed, it's just a rough ground texture, but if you then push it away, it smooths it back out again. How cool is that? That's pretty neat, isn't it? So if I do, let's spin that around a little bit. We just put it to the ground. If I drive backwards, you'll see a bit more clearly. Really rough. Dug the ground up. Go back the other way and smooth it back out again. As you can see, it will bring up stones, large stones, because it is technically ploughing the ground. You are creating a new field for all intents and purposes. That's the clearing rake. Actually, I didn't check to see if it will do the bushes. No reason why it wouldn't do. Yeah. And that's the point of it, it's a clearing rake. I would think it would do. There we go. That's by Woodcraft modding. Next. Sorry, that was a bit of a weird laugh. It's because of this. I think this is brilliant. This is the Dynamic Crushable Rocks pack by Squigglze. It's 6.97 megabytes download. They are all 1 slot. They are all 100 to buy. As you can see, you can strap them down onto trailers. They are various different sizes. Each one has a different capacity. As you can see, that one there says stones 1,250 litres, 1,000 litres, 1,150 litres. That one above there is 450 litres. 1,400, 950. I think this big one up here is 4,800. So each one has a different stone capacity. Now, there's a couple of things I want to check on this. You can pick these up with forks, you can pick them up with buckets, with grabs, with all sorts of stuff. It will work, as you can see here, with the big bag sort of support things. There's one in the CSZ pack, and that's the one by Farm Centro Sul. So you can pick them up with strapped grabs. That will work as well. So I'm just thinking of the storyline. The stuff you can do with this is brilliant. Now, what you can do is you can put them into a stone crusher. This one's a line production one, because when you pick it up, it's like a pallet, so it will unload. I've got a trailer here as well. I'm going to pick one up as well. When you hold one over a trailer, it will unload the stones into the trailer. So you can crush them, you can unload them as stones. What I am going to check as well, because I don't know if you can, is whether you can use the hydraulic breaker. I don't. Yeah, let's give that a go first. I'm curious. Then we'll put one into the thing. Let's turn that on. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's a pity. I thought that would have been brilliant. If you could have done that, that would have added just a whole extra bit of immersion to that. Oh, that's a yeah, that's a real shame. Not that it detracts from the mod itself. I think the mod's really clever anyway. So, what we'll do is, I'll show you what I mean. If I just drop that on, that will unload into the crusher. And it will gradually take it all out, and then that should disappear once it's finished crushing. There we go. If we take one, put over the trailer, Now these are all too heavy to lift by hand, but like I say, with various different things. There you go. So we'll unload as if it's a sort of a pallet of rocks, kind of. You can see where they're going with it, but yeah, I just think as an additional element. Oh, my mind is whirring. My mind is whirring. So if you're doing the whole kind of, you want to do stones, you want to do lime production, you want to do a quarry type thing, that kind of thing, I think it's a brilliant idea. It's great. The only downside to using these, the big bag lifters that have got the straps, you can't take stuff off of trailers because they attach to trailers. But as you can see, he says, what's going to fall on me then? Yeah, so you can lift them up, load them onto lorries, take them off elsewhere. So if you're trying to clear a mountain pass where they've fallen down or whatever it might be, I just think that's brilliant. Very, very cool. That's the Dynamic Crushable Rocks Pack by Squigglze. Next we have got, what's on my list? Oh yeah, just here. We have got the Tree Trunk Fences by Topace 888. This is 0.58 megabytes download. These are one slot each, and then obviously the price depends on the length of the fencing. I have to say though, the level of detail on these is brilliant. I mean, it looks like a rough bark texture, and it matches the trees. I mean, absolutely spot on. So, build mode, decoration and fences. There we go. So we have got spruce, we've got pine, we've got birch, and we've got willow. So placing, as with all fencing, whichever direction you want it to go in, it's entirely up to you. Take it to a point, you can stop there and leave it, or you can change direction. There's no gate that goes with this, but I'm sure you can find gates you might want to put in. And if you want to take them away, you should be able to. And demolish. You can just remove them if you wish. The Tree Trunk Fences by Topace 888. Next, we have this. This is the Unia Kret. This by Baki. 3.84 megabytes download. 2 slots on console. 1.7 meters wide. This has no options. Slot count will come down to 1. It's a subsoiler, so that's where you'll find it, under tools and subsoilers. So ploughed state with a shallow cultivator, or shallow cultivated look. Nice animation on that. Actually, looks really good. That's the Unia Kret by Baki. Oh, I didn't say how much it was, did I? Sorry. Under subsoilers. 6,500 is what it will cost. Disconnect that. And on to the next one. Next we have got the Lizard Bulwa 2. This is a potato harvester for all intents and purposes. Now we've had these before that haven't always worked how it says they do, and I've looked at the pictures on the Mod Hub on the website, and the pictures show it harvesting without the ground being topped first. It shows it exactly like it is in front of me. So this, the Bulwa 2, is a potato harvester, and it says this is a 2-row digger of a Polish brand, is ideal for small and medium sized farms. So this is 4.85 megabytes download, 5 slots on console, 1.6 meters wide by JMZ and VNFSDG2. You will find it under potato technology, and there it says this harvester digs the potatoes out of the ground. No options, you get it just like that. So what should happen, we might find it does, we need we need to top first. We shouldn't need to. We lower the harvester, we turn on the harvester. If it's like usual with these types, you have to unload here, otherwise it won't unload onto the ground, which is what it's supposed to do. Then you come along with the collector to collect them off the ground later on. So we'll do unload here. It should. There we go. So you don't need to top. Harvesting your potatoes. Cheap as chips, does the job. And to be fair, a lot of the potato harvesters, the actual pickup on them isn't much bigger than this anyway. I think the biggest is a 2 metre, isn't it? I say that's for the towed ones. Obviously the larger self-propelled ones are a little bit different, but there you go. If I turn off unload here, what's the capacity? It's not showing the capacity. That's a bit of a worry, because that then will show that I've lost all of that. Let's go back to unload here. Oh, there you go. Let's just put it all back out again. There we go. That's the Lizard Bulwa 2 by JMZ VNFSDG2. Very nice indeed. Next, we've got this. This is the Parker 6500 grain cart by Rooster Mods and Benny. This is 9.66 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. You will find it under Auger Wagons. Just there, 20 grand to buy. 21,100. I'm sure it's showing something different to that with crop in it. We've got the option of Lizard, Michelin or Continental tyres. Under Lizard we've got Diamond Tread, Bar Tread reversed. Under Michelin we have got that one, or reversed. And then under Continental we've got that one and reversed. On the back we've got no triangle, old left, old right, both. New left, new right, both, or off completely. Lights, we got rear brake lights, auger light on the auger, or both, and then there's a license plate option on there as well if you want license plates. So, on the back, we've got our lights, and that's interesting. Oh, they are. That's pretty cool. So they do light up brighter when you are braking, so there are lights and the brake lights as well. Pipe out. Yeah, that's saying 21,144. That's odd, isn't it? Not this. Whole 44 litres more than it said. Outrageous. There's no option for the pipe to move or anything like that, but if you've gone for the light on the auger, you can see the light just there. What we'll do now, we have had them before where the auger hasn't worked properly and they don't unload properly, but this is working absolutely spot on. The Parker 6500 grain cart by Rooster Mods and Benny. Next, we've got this. This is the John Deere HD50F articulated by Agro Tonho. 18.45 megabytes download, 19 slots on console, 15.2 meters wide. We have standard in-game the HD50. This is the articulated, as you can see, 2 articulation points, which allows the header to droop like that. So on hillsides or areas where the ground's a little bit more uneven, it's not a rigid header. It allows for more movement and flexibility in the header as you move along. We have an option for the Creary wind system on there, as you can see. And there is a little bit of adjustment on the blowing system. The sound of it is fantastic. Yeah, it's great. You'll find it under headers. So standard HD 50F is there. It's the same price, it's just a little bit up on the slot count, so it's 19, it comes down to 1. So you've got standard, all with the air bar. Now the air bar doesn't actually make any difference. I know people asked this before when we had on FS19 when we first got the Query Win system on one of the headers that came out. Does it improve the yield? In real life it does. In game the yield is the yield. The yield is set by whatever you've done to your field prior to harvesting. So yeah, it won't make any difference, but it does look really cool. On the sides we've got standard side nozzles, or you can have canola knives on the side. Main colour, and this is for the air bar. For example, if I do chrome, changes all the pipe work to chrome. And then design colour is for the air bar bars down the front. Let's put them on something that stands out, like blue. So you can change those like that. We'll jump in, start it up. So if I lower the header down now, it kind of lowers into place. If I raise it up again, R1 and right stick up and down, you've got manual adjustment on that if you want to manually adjust it. L1 and right stick side to side, we've got your usual air bar movement. So that's air bar, sorry, the header movement. So we can move the reel forwards, backwards, up or down. This goes up quite a long way as well. That's massive. Then what we've also got on here is L1, R1 and right stick up and down. We can move the whole air system forward and backwards as well. Just a nice bit of extra usage. Now my ground is fairly flat here, so it's not going to make a lot of difference, but it will on a uneven ground. Listen to that. You can hear the fans on the wind system. Very cool. It does look really nice. I do like it with the chrome pipe on that. That looks really good. So there we go. The John Deere why do I keep saying HT? HD50F articulated by Agro Tonho. Which brings me on to the last of the mods for today. Where did I put it? It's over here somewhere. We have got a map. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get onto that. It's Galgenberg by Yogi. I will try my best. It'll probably be tomorrow morning now if I can get that done before MrSealyp wakes up. It's her birthday tomorrow. So yeah. And obviously it's Good Friday as well. So I don't know if there are going to be any mods tomorrow. There might be. I'm trying to think back to last year whether we did or not. Anyway, the last of the mods for today is this. This is the Lizard CB750F 1975 by Farm Centro Sul and Alex.Ka. 3.71 megabytes download, 6 slots on console. It's a very diddy looking little machine. When you get on it, I'm assuming it's right. The scale is just. I'm not a motorbike specialist or anything like that. But I have to say it does look really nice. It's a cool looking bike. You will find this under vehicles under miscellaneous. 22 grand. Look at that. Hub colour, we can change to anything on that palette. So you can change your hubs. Main colour, anything on that palette. Rim colour. This is a nice touch as well. Let's go for red, say, for example. So you can change your rims if you wish, and then license plate option on there as well. It's very nicely modelled. Oh, that's about right, isn't it? Yeah. I always thought the 750 was a lot bigger, but like I say, I'm not a motorcyclist. What I will say is, be gentle on your turns, because you can turn it right down to the ground. And if you knock it on the floor, it can be a little bit tricky to get it back up again. But lights, indicators, gets up to speed pretty sharpish. Look at that, whoosh. Mirrors are doing their thing. It's very cool. Yeah. Nice bit of suspension travel on the front. On the forks. There we go. That's the Lizard CB750F 1975 by Farm Centro, Saul and Alex.Ka. That's it for the mods for Thursday the 6th of April. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.